How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is going to be receiving a new patch this Wednesday, and with that we have just received the latest set of patch notes. This is one of those quality of life updates. We won't be getting any content in this update. This is mainly just bug fixes and stuff, which is always welcome. So a lot of this stuff is kind of small. A lot of this stuff you probably won't even notice. So I'm going to go through and pick out some of the things that I saw that were the most important from this list, and then if you guys want to go over the patch notes on your own, I will leave a link down in the comment section down below. So the major thing that stood out to me in these patch notes, which has been a problem for months now, is that they fixed an issue that would occasionally cause a game server to matchmake players onto the same team. So this has been a problem for a while. I've noticed this mainly on Kashyyyk and Naboo, and it sometimes happens on Heroes vs. Villains, and it basically makes the game unplayable. Especially if you play the game really late hours or really early in the morning, like 3 or 4 in the morning, it will do nothing but put you in these broken lobbies. The game thinks that there's a lobby that's open, it has 20 some people on just one team, and it doesn't put anybody else on the other team at all. Just the other day I was playing at 4 in the morning, and 20 plus times in a row it gave me Kashyyyk, 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 and then anytime I would join that Kashyyyk, it would be a busted lobby. So this has been going on for the longest time, and I'm so glad that this is getting fixed, and that's a pretty big deal. And then moving forward, they fixed an issue that would cause the AI opponents to only take one path on Jabba's palace and co-op defend. So if you guys play co-op, you at some point have probably noticed that on Jabba's palace, the spawn rate for the AI was extremely broken. This was leading to a lot of people farming. This was sort of an XP exploit. People would purposefully just go onto Jabba's palace, and all of the AI would funnel out of one door, and you could just sit there and kill them over and over and over and over. So a lot of people were taking advantage of that hallway, and technically you still have about a whole nother day that you could do this as of making this video. So if you for some reason want to go farm some bots, now's your time to do it before it gets fixed on Wednesday. And then up next, they added a spear melee attack for the Ewok hunters controlled by AI. So now anytime you see an AI Ewok, they will be able to melee you. And then they made minor visual improvements to the Ewok hunters' abilities. And then they fixed that issue where the inaccurately high numbers were shown under the player damage score event after defeating an enemy. I'm sure you guys have probably noticed this, but when you damage somebody, it'll say 2 million damage, 100,000 damage, and the numbers were just completely off. They broke that in the latest update, and now we are finally getting a fix. And then they fixed an issue with the scoreboard would not allow the accurate class level of other players or when deploying with vehicles. And then the class level now appears on the scoreboard when playing Starfighter Assault and Hero Starfighters. So with the latest update, they had the addition of being able to see everybody's levels when you looked at the scoreboard. Well, there was a glitch where everyone else on the scoreboard shared the same level as you. So if you played as a level 500 officer, everyone else that chose the officer in that lobby would show up being the exact same level 500. So this patch is supposed to fix that, and it should show everybody's correct level. And then getting into some extra news, somebody asked Ben any plans for adjusting the ARC Trooper to its former glory, or at least tweak it a little bit, and then Ben responded saying we're looking at some tweaks to the ARC Trooper. So with the latest update, they changed the ARC Trooper. It no longer shoots with both respective triggers. Now you shoot both blasters with just one trigger, and then you can change the rate of fire with R1 or the right bumper, and a lot of the community hated this change. I haven't seen very many people like that change. I personally am okay with the change, as long as they give him a little bit of a buff to make up the difference. But I'm perfectly fine if they revert him back to the way that he was, and I can understand why everybody's so upset about that. And then, as you guys probably know, Ben has been teasing a lot lately. He mentioned a couple months back that we are due for some villain skins, and recently he has been tweeting out a lot of gifs about Darth Maul, like an overly excessive amount of gifs about Darth Maul. And Ben has been known to do this sort of thing in the past, where he likes to tease in the form of gifs about future content. Well, somebody asked Ben, do you have a favorite skin at the moment? And then Ben responded, I do have a favorite. And then he went on to say, but I can't tell you what it is. So obviously this skin is not a skin that already exists in the game, otherwise he would be able to tell us. So this pretty much confirms that we are at some point getting a new skin. That, in combination with all the Darth Maul teases, I'm sure by now at this point it's a pretty safe bet to say that we are probably going to get a Darth Maul skin. But this by no means is confirming that we are getting a Darth Maul skin. It's just based off of everything that Ben has teased so far, makes it look like we're going to get a new skin. But that is going to do it for all the news that I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are new here. And then be sure to follow me on all social media at SwannyPlaysGames. And all those links are found in the description down below. But that's going to do it for me, guys. And I will talk to you all in the next video.
We would be honored if you would join us. You cannot resist